Alrighty. Episode 3 of Vended Thoughts. Super excited to have a very young guest, our youngest guest thus far, possibly, one of the most successful guests we've had on in a long time. Mr. Will, I don't know how to say your last name, but you could say that in just a second. Will, the Financial Wolf channel on YouTube. You could check him out. Will, if you could introduce yourself, say your last name. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, so my last name is Nazarkevich. Super hard to pronounce. I know. I run a YouTube channel. I have almost 50,000 subscribers at this point, which is crazy. It's kind of like my full-time thing at this point. I do a couple other businesses that I document on the channel. And yeah, I've known Dominick for a year and a half at this point. I don't know. We both kind of started YouTube around the same time. We made videos, and we've both grown since then, and we've stayed friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Super exciting. I did not know that's how you say your last name. Say your last name one more time.
Nazarkevich.
All right. Will Nazarkevich here on the channel. I don't even think I said that properly. But yeah, we did
Fine.
start around the same time. Super exciting. Again, I said this with Jaime. Jaime had less subscribers than me when he started. You had less subscribers than me when I started. There's a general theme here on this podcast where I am just lagging because you now have nearly 50,000 subscribers, which is amazing. You upload awesome content that I honestly even learn from, which is like super, super awesome. I watch all of your videos and just really excited for you, man. Super awesome. You're 17. When do you turn 18?
September.
All right, September 18. You're still young, man. So awesome. I'm excited to talk to you. And, it was cool because in the beginning, I think I had you on my channel and you had me on your channel, right?
Yeah, dude, I actually watched the interview I had with you like a year and a half ago at this point. Like I asked you like how to start a vending business, and then I think you did the same for your channel where you interviewed me about like flipping phones. And the funny thing is when you still look up like my channel, your video like still pops up.
That's pretty awesome. I'll have to look. I don't know if that video is not like trending, but I wonder if it is getting views because of your, popularity so far. I'll
Oh
have
no,
to look.
I don't know. I don't know. But your video that I did with you, I think it's at like 3,000 views, which I mean for back then that's not
That's
bad.
pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that is pretty good. That's pretty awesome. There we go. I got a little, probably getting some subs from you. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Very cool, man. Very cool. And yeah, you did start your vending business, right? You had one gumball machine that you ordered brand new
hmm
and you placed it and it wasn't for you. You quit, right?
Yeah, I used your affiliate link, which is going to be linked in the description down below for everyone to check out. And then I placed that candy machine in a location. The location wasn't good. And here's the thing, I think the vending business is awesome. It's just, it was really difficult for me to get locations. Like, I had such a difficult time. And I feel like if I really took the time to learn it, I would have been successful. It's just, I wasn't like super interested in the business model. So I moved into other things. But just like any business, like you need to take the time to learn it. And I wasn't doing that. And so like I was having such a difficult time getting locations, and then I got that one location, it sucked. Like I was literally making like $5 a month, and I still have that machine and it makes like $5 a month, but some money I guess is better than nothing, and it was fun for me for a little while. It got me some YouTube content, and yeah, I mean I just never really got super serious with it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely $5 a month probably isn't good. I would pull it at that point. It's definitely not making enough for it to be sustainable because that product could, go expire by the time it finishes up. But still awesome that
Yeah.
you did start. Thanks for using the affiliate link. They've never paid me out. I think I have like 90 something bucks sitting in there. They haven't paid me out, but I'm not too worried about it.
Oh,
Maybe
really?
when I hit, yeah, if I hit over $100, they'll pay me out, but
Okay.
not too worried about it. Thank you. And I think I still have the affiliate link, but it's not in my videos anymore because obviously I've transitioned to kind of have my own online vending website. And I actually am a
Oh.
distributor for canningmachines.com now. So I distribute their machines, which is pretty cool to have that
Oh yeah.
partnership.
How's that
So
store going
yeah,
for you? Because you're doing
it
like
is. Yeah, I sent you that one screenshot. I don't like to talk about the money, but yeah, it's doing better now. Obviously, post. I mean, we're still in the Corona season
Mm,
per se, but like it's doing a little better than it was doing.
for sure. That's
So
good to hear, man. It's good to hear. It's nice to have like a little store going. I need to do that. I definitely want to like start selling merch or somehow have some sort of like Shopify business for like my subscribers. I feel like that would be fun. I don't know. It's kind of a good feeling, getting those sales.
it is an amazing feeling, and I had this conversation with my friend Matt on the first episode. That cha-ching feeling, everyone needs to experience it. It really does spike your dopamine levels. Like it
Yes.
generally is it's a very cool thing, and even if it's $20-$30, it still is just very cool to know that you could be sitting with your family and be making money, through an online store. But you should definitely do it either for your own personal brand, whether it be merch or just figure out something within your niche that you could sell. Maybe you could sell drop shipping websites that you customize for people or something, some type of drop service. That drop
Yeah.
service thing is really trending right now. You definitely can figure something out. I know you're doing well with YouTube, but I know you should also, capitalize on the views because Jaime as well. I guess I'm going to be referencing other podcasts and current podcasts, but he said, he wishes he captured his audience as he was coming up, So definitely capture your audience as you're growing.
Yeah, and that's definitely the plan. Like, I'm actually super interested in maybe moving into drop servicing. Like, to be honest, I've done drop shipping for a while. I've had, decent success with it. I make probably a couple $100 a month. I've never really made a store that's like super serious, but drop servicing seems like way more interesting to me. So probably in the future, I'm gonna be making some content on it and trying to grow some sort of business in that niche.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it because that's definitely trending right now. And man, your content, it really has evolved. Like I remember it just has evolved and it's awesome content now. I'm not going to say that it was terrible before, but I swear I can watch your videos in entirety. Whatever you're doing, it's mesmerizing me.
Thank you, dude. I know. Like
No
I've really
problem.
focused on just making the videos good. Like in the beginning they were just bad. Like I didn't really like put too much effort into them. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I just try to keep getting better little by little and it really has, started to show. I watch a lot of YouTube too, so I try to like, see what I like in other videos. I put them in mine. I kind of like take bits and pieces from being a viewer as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Which I mean, that's the best way to do it because you could see what works well for someone else and apply it to your channel. But super exciting. I'm definitely trying to learn from you and make my channel better as well. I just have to figure out my angle in terms of content because I do cool stuff. I think my vending business is a decent size where I could be vlogging it, but I think if I could hire someone to videotape me, it would just be a lot easier and kind of just make it like here's a weekly vlog of everything I've done in business. And then it's me talking to the camera about things that, they could learn on the other side, essentially. That's
Yeah, and
where I
sometimes
think I want to go, but we'll see.
that's a good idea, dude. Sometimes it's best to just focus on the quality of a video. Like what I really like to do with YouTube is, I'll do like 1 to 2 videos a week, but what I really like doing sometimes is I'll just take an entire week and make the best video I can. Like I'll spend every single day like editing the video, like trying to make it entertaining, and I'll try and make it like the most entertaining 10 minutes as possible. And if you do that like every week consistently, you're going to get like good results. Like you're going to make good content. It's going to get quickly better, and I mean,
Absolutely.
if you start doing that, man, like I know for a fact your channel will really start, getting great traction.
Absolutely. And I think that's all there is to it. I was trying to do one video a week. I also like writing as well. I don't know if you know that I'm an
Mhm,
author.
your books.
Yeah. I was gonna do one video a week, and then in the middle of the week do an article or some type of writing content, and then on Fridays is usually my podcast. So still not on that schedule, which is just bad, but I'm definitely going to try. I actually also lost my SD card, so I haven't went to Best Buy to get a new one. So
Oh
that's just kind
dang.
of me procrastinating, but it's no big deal. I have it backed up. But yeah, we'll see. We're definitely gonna chug along. I think, I'm gonna try to come out of 2020 a lot stronger on YouTube and everything else. As my business grows, I think there's definitely a lot more content. So,
Heck yeah,
um,
man, that's awesome.
for sure, for sure. And yeah, super excited to hop into this podcast, man. Thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy to be here.
Cool, cool. All right. First question I always ask people because, I just need to know. Pepsi or Coke?
Honestly, man, I really like Coke more than Pepsi. I know that's kind of a controversial statement. A lot of people really seem to like Pepsi more, but I feel like Coke is like more of the OG. Even though I might be wrong, I think Pepsi might be an older brand than Coke, but I just kind of like Coke more.
Yeah, I'm not sure which is better. The past couple people I've had on, it was Coke and then it was Dr. Pepper for Jaime, but for me I like Pepsi. But yes, Coke is the OG, I believe, or at least they just have the better overall branding. But I like to ask that question. It's interesting to me to know.
And I think Coca-Cola is a better stock too. Like I think they've performed better over the years.
Their stock, I think it went up today, even though that their growth forecast in the future is going down. So I don't know. It's kind of
Because they're
weird.
one of
The
those safe
market,
stocks.
yeah, it is one of those safe stocks, but the market is weird right now, man.
Makes no sense at all. Like, I mean, I feel like it's
Does
definitely
not.
something's gonna tank.
Something has to. I mean, even like the Nasdaq is on like a parabolic like upward trend. Like obviously they're trying to even it out. Tech was down today; it'll be up tomorrow. But like
Mhm.
Amazon reports, Tesla reports, like all these companies, we
Bro, I
don't know
sold
what's
my
happening.
Tesla.
Yeah, I mean, I sold mine at 1,200, man. It shot up to 1,700. I was pretty upset about that, but you can't
I
look
sold
back.
mine at 900, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, profit is profit, and that's kind of what I'm going with these days because you just never know what's on the other side, you know?
Exactly, exactly.
That's awesome. Um, Yeah, next question. You're involved in drop shipping. I've seen some of your videos on YouTube, and honestly, anyone listening, highly recommend the Financial Wolf. Check out his drop shipping videos. Very educational. No problem, man. And what are your top priorities with drop shipping? Maybe potentially with YouTube would probably be a better question, or you can pick one or the other and kind of just tell me what are your top priorities in terms of accomplishing what you want with those.
Yeah, so with drop shipping, I'm gonna be honest, I'm really still like in the learning phase of everything. Like I'm not 100% ready to like jump into like scaling a business huge. Like I don't really know how to do that super well right now. I know how to get a business started, make a couple $100 with it. I'm still learning how to like get to those big numbers, and I'm actually in the process of building a drop shipping brand with an Instagram page I bought. It has like 60,000 followers. I've been growing it over like the past month, and I'm trying to sell products on that Instagram page and really build a brand with the Shopify store. It's not going too well right now. Like I've gotten like two sales
I
and
follow that page,
oh
the
really?
camping page, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going all right. Like I haven't even made enough money to where like I want to make a video on it yet. Like it's not going super well. I'm still learning. But now with YouTube, YouTube has been going crazy like probably for the past like 6 months, I'd say. I'm averaging between like $3,000 and $5,000 a month. Like from
Wow.
ad revenue, I'm probably making like 3 grand, and then I have other income sources that really vary, like my affiliate links, sponsors if I get any, and yeah.
That's so awesome, man. What do you say your top priority is with the YouTube?
I want to just grow as big as possible. Like this is a big goal. Like I don't know if I'll be able to hit it, but I want to have 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That was my goal going into this year, and I knew it would be difficult. I don't know if I can do it, but I mean, I just need to have some good videos come out, and I've started to kind of pick up pace with growth again. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, hopefully 100,000, and then eventually, the goal would be long term to hit like those Graham Stephan numbers, like 250 grand a month or something, huge.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember even talking to you in the beginning when you had only a couple thousand subscribers and you really like YouTube. Like you want to be a full-time YouTuber. That was
Mhm.
kind of what you wanted to do. So super awesome. And on that little tangent with that, because you were on the Graham Stephan show, I suggest that you should go to college. And I know it's a very bad thought. I do have my MBA. I went to college. I did it rather quickly, but it's
Yeah.
just good to have, man. Like that education of having college is good. I know preaching to you, but just having a college degree, not even, as a backup plan, but just having that education, it really does a little bit of wonders. And even like the college experience, it's just something you don't get back. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's honestly a good point. Like Graham's obviously a little bit biased with that because he's had like a ton of success and he never did any of that. Like he just
No,
right out of
yeah,
high school went into real estate. And I mean, I feel like I could do well either way, but
yeah,
um I don't know. Like he is obviously a bit biased with that, and he kind of wanted to do the same thing as me, but he didn't get into college, and he never wanted to, he obviously doesn't regret that decision because he's rich now. So,
yeah.
that's basically it. So that's a good point.
Hindsight bias, but yeah, I just wanted to stress that little bit of opinion. But you're going to be a senior, or did you graduate?
I'm actually going to be a senior, so I'm
All right,
like
so you
older
got
for
one
myself.
more. Yeah, you got one more year, basically, probably 6 months from now until you have to decide what college. So in 6 months, man, I hope you get 100,000 subscribers. I hope your YouTube doubles in revenue, and I hope you just learn life through all of that, because obviously there are certain things that you probably will learn from all of that.
Hopefully, yeah, I'm excited. These next 6 months are definitely going to be interesting. Like, hopefully I hit those goals. I've got some pretty cool content in the works. Like, I'm kind of changing it again. Like, I'm trying to like move into like more, more like entertaining content. Like, I still want to make those videos like about like teaching and stuff, but I want to make focus more on like making them entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. Which, I mean, entertainment seems to be what the base of YouTube was. It was like cat videos.
And it appeals to a wider audience. Like I'm not talking like people will learn nothing from the videos, but if you look at like the bigger YouTubers in our niche, like their content is clearly like more like entertaining so they can appeal to a wider
Absolutely.
audience.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is good. You want your fishnet to be as big as possible.
Hmm.
Very cool. All right, moving right along. Which, yeah, this question's cool. You had a video go viral. It's almost at 1 million views. Did it hit 1 million views?
Actually, it did not, dude. It's so sad. Like it's
It's
chugging
so
along.
close.
It's chugging along, man. It basically died. I think it died in February. Like the video just like, I mean, it didn't die. It's still getting like 1,000 views every 48 hours, but that it was getting like way more views at one point. I don't know if it'll ever hit 1 million views, man, but I just
I
wanted
need
to hit
that
that.
video.
What?
Yeah, it needs to hit 1 million. It needs to hit 1 million.
I
But
know I need to pull the Reyes where like I make a video how much a million viewed video paid me, and then I make double that amount on the video I talk about how much I made.
that was like a legendary thing, and I'm pretty sure people kind of like make fun of that on the internet and YouTube community. I've seen in comments where people kind of hint at that. I don't know if it's a common thing for YouTubers to do the double take, but yeah, he made double the amount of money, which was like so funny on a
It's
video
funny.
about money.
And then after that, he made a video about how much he made from that video, and that video got like 200K.
So awesome. But all right, you did have a video go viral. It was almost at 1 million views. How does it feel, and what suggestions do you have for other aspiring YouTubers?
So when I made that video, I had a good feeling about it. Like right off the gate, like I remember like it got a lot more interest from my audience. Like it got like 1,000 views in like the first 3 days it was up. And I was like, I had never gotten anything close to that. Like I had 2,000 subscribers. The video was actually doing really well in terms of like watch time. Like people were watching a lot of it. And I was getting like comments saying, oh, this is a really cool video. I was like, oh, so I mean, maybe it'll do well. 1 month later, I remember I posted on my Instagram story, thank you. The video got 10,000 views. Like I literally posted on my Instagram story, thanking everyone. So it didn't blow up right away, but I was like, hey, this video is doing well. In October, like the same month I made that video, I got like 20, 30,000 views on like my whole channel. And that's like up 10,000 views from the previous month. And then in November, my channel got 300,000 views in 1 month, mostly thanks
Wow.
to that video. And that was a crazy time. Like every day I would wake up, I gained like 500 subscribers, and I made like $100 from YouTube ad revenue, which at the time was absolutely insane because like I had never made that kind of money. And it
Yeah.
seemed like even when I would upload videos, like it didn't matter because all my views were coming from that one video, and it didn't matter what I did. Like I would still get like 10,000 views a day.
That is awesome, man. I hope to experience that one day, because you're just waking up every day to a new subscriber base of 500 people. Like that
Dude,
probably is the coolest feeling ever.
it was a good time. Like, But the thing that sucked, this sucked when the views started to die, dude. I was so used to that money, and every day I would just wake up and see like, 48-hour views was looking good. And then when the video started going down in like February, I didn't really have as many like other good videos that were coming out, and my channel just tanked. Like I went from like 600,000 views in 1 month in December to like 100,000 in February.
Oh wow.
That was
But you
brutal.
pick but you did pick back up. Like your channel is trending in terms of the other videos you've currently been making.
Yeah, so that it took a while. I think in April things started to pick back up. I started this drop shipping series, and now I'm doing pretty well again. Like I've made some good videos. I'm not like quite at like 600,000 views a month, but the money's somewhat similar because the videos I make now have like a higher CPM. And yeah, so I mean I'm definitely still doing all right.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I That's very cool. It's very cool. It's motivating me to definitely get back on the grind, get a new SD card, and kind of just
For sure.
try to make the videos better. I think it's just a combination of pre and post editing. Like you need to know what you're recording, and then afterwards you need to edit it up correctly.
100%. I wonder how Jaime felt. He had like so many viral videos after another. Remember that?
Yeah, I had asked him about it. It's interesting because he was like, yeah, I posted 3 videos to YouTube, and then every video after that would go viral. And I was just like, oh wow, same man, same.
That's a good feeling, that's for sure. I was
Yeah,
not really
definitely.
able to replicate that. Like I made that one candy video, it blew up. The next candy video I made, it did well, got like 60,000 views. And then after that, like I would make a candy video and it got like, I mean, it's not like this is bad. It got like 5,000 views, but I would have expected it to like continue doing well. And it was like kind of weird. So then I switched to drop shipping, and for some reason those videos started doing better than my candy videos. So then I switched
Yeah,
gears. And also my school
yeah.
didn't like me doing that.
Yeah, which makes sense, and I know you had a couple complaints, whether it was from your principal or whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're gonna talk more on the sustainability of your YouTube channel with another question later, which I'm interested to hear your perspective. But yeah, moving right along, do you learn from your mistakes, which is a nice pivot? I have to learn how to pivot better in these podcasts, but did you learn from your mistakes of in this sense, it's not necessarily a mistake, but obviously you had one viral video. It seems like you learned, but in general, do you learn from your mistakes in life?
Um, Honestly, yes. I feel like I've done pretty well with that. I feel like especially when it involves money and I realize like how much I missed out on when I made that one viral video, like the thing I really didn't do well of is I didn't upload like more. Like I feel like when you start getting traction, you just want to go hard and upload even more. And I didn't really do that. I almost uploaded less because I got nervous about what to upload. Like when the algorithm's in your favor, you just want to upload as much as possible so you can get that momentum. And I didn't do that. And I feel like now, I feel like if I get that opportunity again, I will be able to really capitalize on that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You definitely did learn. That's such an interesting perspective, and it's good to know if I ever do have a viral video. Is like you want to keep churning that algorithm.
hmm And in regards to other businesses, I mean, I feel like I definitely have. I mean, I've failed like a few times with businesses, like vending. I learned from like those experiences that it really does take time to learn a business. And it seems like people on like YouTube a lot of times will, even me, show that it's like you can start a business and start making money with it in like a week or something. And it really isn't like that. Like it'll take several months before you really start seeing results.
Yeah, and there's a question coming up kind of on that. I think I left it in. Hopefully I left it in, but it's interesting that that's how we make videos, and it's kind of like, "Oh, start a vending business, you'll be super successful." And we see everyone be successful, but you're kind of just seeing the show reel yet again. Like when people post on Instagram, you're seeing the best picture, but it's the same with YouTube. When we post a video, you're seeing the best video, our best results. But I do think again, your videos are awesome because it's not like, hey, here's my app, here's $25,000. Yeah, there's a course in the link. There's a course down below. You can buy that. You actually show like, hey, I started this, I bought it on Fiverr or whatever you did, and hey, I've made a couple $100, and I'll keep hacking at it to try to make it successful, which shows people and gives people hope because then essentially they can learn from you. One, that it's not an overnight thing. You're not going to make 25 grand overnight, and two, like they obviously can just understand that it takes a process. Like drop shipping is not something that happens overnight. And I've tried to drop ship many products, and it's not even just about drop shipping. It's the entire schematic of that business model. It's an entire system that has to be in play for drop shipping to work. Like your advertising, the way you brand it, the colors you use, the type of buttons you use, the type
I
of theme you
know.
use, like it just takes a lot that goes into
It's
it.
crazy. Like I kind of want to get to that point where I'm making a ton of money with it because I feel like I would do so well on YouTube if I just gave all that information away for free. Because literally everyone that's successful in dropshipping sells their information in a course. Like I don't know anyone who just gives all the information out on YouTube. Like it's weird.
No, that's a super awesome point, man. And I think that's kind of what you're heading towards. And you know what's awesome with drop shipping, if you figure out the one kind of system or hack that works for it, you can replicate it to every single other business that you have, every other drop shipping item.
Hopefully, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's one secret to it, but I feel like if I really learn how to build a store, I could definitely do much better on YouTube with that kind of content.
Yeah, for sure. Which I'm excited to see. I'm a loyal subscriber.
Oh, appreciate you, bro.
No problem, no problem. But moving right along, what was the happiest moment in your life?
My life.
I
Dude,
mean,
that's
you're
a
still
hard.
very young. It is a hard question, but one of a happy moments in your life.
Bro, that first day the candy video blew up, that was one of the happiest days in my life. Like I remember like I checked like my YouTube views that morning and I had this like random spike and like I never even uploaded a video. And then throughout the day it just started going up and up. And I remember I was in the car and literally my views went to like 10,000 every 48 hours. The next day I woke up, like went to school. It was at like 20, 30,000, and it went all the way up to like 100K every 48 hours for a while. Dude, that was like peak happiness for a while.
Awesome. It is. It honestly, it sounds so cool. I'm kind of even happy for you. I feel like that is such a cool accomplishment. And the thing is, you're gonna chase that. I feel like you're always gonna want to try to replicate that video.
Yeah, honestly, I really wanted to, but I don't know if that definitely made me happy, but I don't know about anything else. I am just generally happy with everything I do. Honestly, I'm just thankful that I'm able to like do YouTube or like have a business instead of like working a summer job. Like I feel like it's a lot more fun. Like I get to do something I actually like.
Yeah, which is so awesome, man. That's you're pretty much retired without being retired because you get to do what you want when you wake up.
Exactly. You feel the same way, right? Because you do this full time.
To a point, but I still get calls when I wake up that say, "Hey, come fill this machine. Hey, this machine's not working. Hey,
Uh huh.
the service calls is something that I think I want to do a video on shortly on YouTube. Essentially, is getting calls for your machines. It's kind of becomes a common thing, and Jaime has it too. I remember when I was hanging with him in New Orleans, he was getting phone calls when he was there, and luckily he had someone that could go to his machines, but service calls is the worst thing because then it kind of offsets your entire day. Because if your location's a half hour away and you got to figure out the problem, you've pretty much already wasted an hour of your day. Then you got to drive back. So I don't necessarily think I'm retired just yet until I actually have a stable employee that can kind of debug these issues.
For
So
sure, dude. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I wonder, like, wait, how many machines do you have? Like full lines and stuff, or do you not
I've
share that?
actually, yeah, I've never shared that number, and I think it's an interesting point. It kind of makes everyone more interested, but yeah, I don't share it. I don't know if I ever will. I had a guy kind of scare me in the beginning that was like, think about if someone was to pick up the phone, how many calls would it take for them to take out your business? Even if, let's say, I have 200 machines or 300 machines, all it takes is someone to make 200 phone calls, and I can be wiped out of every single location that I have. It's a very scary thought because these big companies, these billion-dollar companies that we're kind of going against, like they'll pay your locations $5,000. They don't care. They just want you out and they want their machine in.
Wow,
Kind of,
that is a
yeah, it's
good
kind of
point.
something you got to worry about.
Wow, yeah, that is a good point. That's smart, man. Like I share everything and I mean maybe that's not good, but I guess once again like that's not my full-time income like drop shipping or like the businesses I do on camera, like they're not like really like things I depend on as much. So, and I think vending is like your main thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it is.
Mhm.
So like that's kind of I don't necessarily keep it secret. I feel like I don't know if I should be cocky in saying it, but I think I'm the one that teaches the most about it. I could be wrong when saying that, but I do try to teach as
Yeah,
much as possible. And I've had some people. I even made like a little course. I've had a few people sign up for that, and it's kind of one on one because I let them text me and stuff. Like I'm willing to help people, but I also know that it saturates the market. Like when Jaime had all of his viral videos, we spoke about it. Like he completely did saturate markets because he even said it himself. He tries and looks for routes in his area. Now there's no routes, because people are buying them up because they know it's a very lucrative business. But
100%.
you know,
But you do teach a lot about how to get locations, that stuff. I
I
remember those
do, and
videos.
I those are my viral videos, and that's obviously one of the hardest things in vending. But like you were saying, it's YouTube is pretty much your main source of income. Obviously, you have your other things, but it puts you in a very cool position, similar to a Reyes type of position. You can do anything you want on camera, show anyone any type of business. No matter what, you will still have your big chunk of income from YouTube, no matter giving away your secrets or not. If I give away everything with my business, show everyone my locations, I could pretty much lose my livelihood overnight.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, Reyes, dude, he's really starting to do well again. Like, I really like his videos. Like his ride along videos are funny. Like, did you see what he posted on? He posted on his Instagram story. Like, he does like the craziest videos. Like, he's doing a ride along with someone who's walking dogs, like a business. Like, he'll just film anything, like the weirdest stuff, and it's just kind of funny to me. Like, he
He's
like
fun. He's a funny guy. He's very entertaining to watch, and he makes his videos purposely funny. He's just that type of
yeah,
person.
exactly.
Very awesome. But along that tangent of giving away my entire business, I know you do. Let's see. Yeah, you're a young, talented entrepreneur. What do you see derailing your plans in life or business? Kind of a hard question, but
I know exactly, and this is literally, I've thought about this. The only thing that would stop me at this point is if I stop getting views. Like, if I didn't have anyone watching me, that would definitely derail a lot of my plans. And that, I feel like my whole thing right now revolves around making good content that people want to watch. So if everyone stopped watching me suddenly, I would kind of be screwed. Like, that's the only thing that would derail me.
makes sense.
But I'm not, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, definitely makes sense, and that's a good point, and obviously makes sense. But I did take out the one question that I have been asking people, and I want to kind of bring it back to when we were talking about, obviously how your views kind of dropped off, the sustainability of YouTube. Like, how do you? I'm trying to relate it to what the question was, but your sustainability on YouTube. How do you feel about that? Because obviously you can have one viral video and the next not go viral. Like, what do you think
Mhm.
you can do to put the algorithm in your favor?
Honestly, it's really tough. Like, I feel like once you get like that first bump, you kind of have that new baseline. It's hard to go beneath it unless you like stop uploading or you start uploading like really weird bad content. I feel like it's relatively sustainable in that sense, but
Yeah,
it's
actually, I
hard to go ahead,
go ahead.
sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, it's hard to consistently put out viral videos. Like you can't control that at all. All you can do is just make good content and keep your current audience happy. And then when the algorithm decides, you'll start getting views. That's really all you can do. You just want to keep your audience as happy as possible, keep them as engaged as possible, and you're gonna get new audience when you get new audience. And that's one of the hardest things about being a YouTuber. Like your boss is literally just like a computer machine. Like he tells you like how much you're gonna make, how many views you deserve, like everything. Like it's kind of annoying. It's also kind of nice at the same time, like when he's really nice to you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That is so funny. I want to chop that out. That's a funny point. But I honestly really liked your answer there. And I wanted to get the question. And the question I usually ask is do you think your view on the business you're in is grounded in reality? And essentially, that's all I was asking is like, do you think YouTube is a sustainable business model? You gave me an answer I wasn't expecting because technically it's as sustainable as you are as a person and as you are basically compatible to your audience. So very interesting point, man.
I mean, honestly, if YouTube is grounded in reality, I don't know. There's a lot of big creators like from 10 years ago that definitely fell off. Like, I mean, it's not like they're making no money at this point, but they're definitely a lot smaller than they were. And imagine like those creators that were like had like, pretty decent followings, like 100,000 subscribers like 5 years ago. I'm sure some of those like stopped making money from YouTube. So you definitely can like lose your business, I guess, that you're running on YouTube. But if you just keep innovating, I'm sure you could stay on top. It's difficult, and I feel like I'm not sure how long YouTube as a social media platform will stay around. Like I'm sure there's going to be a competitor at some point,
Yeah,
but I don't
absolutely. I
really know
mean,
the future.
like, are you on TikTok? Like TikTok, technically, if you think about it, took 100%. It took like viewership away from YouTube. It had to. They have a billion active users.
Hmm. Honestly, dude,
So it's
I need to do
interesting.
TikTok.
Yeah, and but again, there's also people that say like focus on your one area that you're good at online. Like if Instagram's your big platform, focus on that, and it'll trickle into the other ones. But yeah, TikTok works. I mean, you could definitely probably succeed on there. You're funny, and obviously your editing is good. So maybe you take some of your YouTube footage, mash it up, and make it TikTok ready. Like a lot of people do that.
Yeah, I definitely do. And I think to motivate me to do it, I'm probably just going to make a YouTube video on me trying to get TikTok famous because I need to do it. I just don't want to. So I'll just capitalize on me doing
Yeah,
TikToks.
definitely do that video, man. I will definitely watch it, and I know you'll probably succeed because TikTok is like giving views to anyone, man.
I know I got a million viewed video on like a
Oh
random
my god,
theme page. Dude, I don't even want to tell you the theme page. It's kind of stupid. I was just like watching like old like FouseyTube?
I do. Yeah,
I actually like his videos even though he's kind of a little bit of a nut job.
yeah,
But I posted some like clips of him when he had like his whole July 15th thing like back in like 2017 of him like saying really dumb stuff. And one of the
right.
videos just got like a million views on TikTok that I just reposted on there.
Yeah, that's what's crazy, and you should definitely get on there and definitely capitalize, obviously, on making a video about it, which that's super cool. And I liked your entire point on that because I think YouTube can be sustainable, but like my first friend that was on Matt, he was Swashin, that was Swashin TV was his YouTube channel. He grew it to 200,000 subscribers and 33 million views in just 2 years. But then right after that, it kind of fell off with competitors coming in, and then he kind of wasn't innovating and staying on top. So then he kind of just slowed down making videos. He still makes some money off of his YouTube, but it's more from like partnerships or
Oh wow.
sponsorships, I
Hmm.
should say. So, but yeah, there's a
Yeah.
question coming up later on that I will ask you. Question 14, which will kind of hit home to kind of see what you think on the internet. But let's move along to, yeah, how I know you do both YouTube and other ventures. You did the iPhone selling, you do the drop shipping, you tried vending. But is there something else you would love to do? Any hobbies or other things that you thoroughly enjoy?
My friends actually tell me this all the time. Like I don't have any other hobbies like other than making YouTube videos. Like I don't do anything else. Like I'll sure like I guess starting a Shopify store. Like I literally don't do anything else. Like I guess like I'll go to school, I'll do this. Like I don't really have like anything else I do for fun, honestly.
Wow, which is cool though. Like, and again, I went on a little binge train with Graham Stephan, and he kind of is like very similar in your sense. You have basically, I think it's 7 years on him from when he started his YouTube channel, but he loves it. He loved doing YouTube. He would make his YouTube videos at night. He wouldn't go to bed till 2 a.m. And the thing was, he just enjoyed doing it. So it made it sustainable over a long period of time. Like, if you don't enjoy what you do, it's not sustainable. But obviously, you do enjoy what you do. You like making the videos. You enjoy showing people what they want to see. And, that's going to keep you ahead of other people that are just doing it for other reasons.
Hopefully, man. Yeah, yeah. I enjoy it right now, Hopefully that never changes, but we'll see.
Of course, of course. You're still very young, man. Definitely enjoy your time, which it's cool you're making a good amount of money. I think at 17 I was starting to make money. I was day trading stocks, but you
Really.
have a nice sustainable income. Definitely, invest as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, I've been saving like 20% to invest. So I've been saving money. Also
Yeah,
been
good.
spending money, but yeah.
Yeah, but and the tangent with Graham Stephan, we're talking so much. He gets so much free plug just because of how cool of a guy he is. But on the interview that you were asking your questions, and he said, the electricity thing. He made fun of you with like, I forgot what he said. Essentially, with the electricity being like, what did he say about the electricity? It was
Oh
like
yeah,
your
he's like,
YouTube is your
why are you
electricity. You
scared to
have to.
like yeah, why are you scared to spend money on your videos? That's like you have a money making machine and you're concerned about the cost of the electricity on it.
It was such a cool thought, and I'm sure that hit home with you. But I thought
Yeah.
that was interesting, and that's kind of what it is. You're definitely probably putting your money back into your business,
Hmm. Yes, to a big extent.
for sure, for sure. So keep that electricity going, keep the money printer going, as he said.
Hopefully.
I don't know if this necessarily applies to you, this next question, but I guess it will on the drop shipping end. How do you advertise your business?
So with dropshipping, I suck at Facebook ads. Like if you watch my videos where I'll try to run Facebook ads, like I've even tried to pay random people from India on Fiverr to run Facebook ads. I'm just bad at it. Like I don't know how to do that right now. That's how you scale a business. I'm not good at that yet. I'm still learning it. So I'll advertise through Instagram and that actually works pretty well for me. Like so I'll go on theme pages that are getting traction on like explore page, which is basically like organic growth for Instagram, and I'll just promote my stuff on there with like cool posts, and then I'll incorporate products I'm selling. And yeah, that's worked pretty well for me. And then for YouTube, I don't really advertise my business anymore. I used to. I used to like go on other YouTubers' videos and I would like comment something funny so that I would get to the top, and then people would click on my channel and watch my videos. But um, as for YouTube, I don't really do that other than like coming on podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Which that is true. This
So I
is
guess
some form of advertisement. Yeah.
mhm, exactly, man.
Very cool. Very cool. What made you choose to become a YouTuber?
Honestly, I think made my first videos about phone flipping. Like I just was like just I used to watch like videos about like how to do businesses when I was trying to learn about them. And I guess like just watching that kind of content makes you want to do it yourself, you know? So I was like, I see someone else doing it and I'm like, all right, well, I could do that too. And I feel like I want to do that too. I mean, and I knew you could make money off of it. Like I'm not gonna lie and say like, oh, I didn't know you could make money off YouTube. I definitely knew. Like I was like, you know what? If I can make some money off this, heck yeah. And then once I started, I was like, I kind of like doing this, and I forgot about like making money on about from it for like the first year because like I didn't make anything. And then I got monetized, and I had some videos do well for me, and now you know I do pretty well off YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is cool, and life is interesting in the extent where you know YouTube probably is going to be your main income for the coming years of your life, hopefully for the next
Hopefully,
10, 15 years, however sustainable it can be. And it's cool it just started because you started a business and then you were looking up videos about the business and then you're like, hey, why don't I do it? And now fast forward basically 2.5 years, 2 years you've been on YouTube and you've found your little pocket of success on YouTube.
exactly. Yeah, I remember those phone videos. I still leave them up on my channel. They aren't good at all, but they definitely did help a lot of people because I was actually doing really well with phone flipping at that time. Like I was making like up to like a couple $1,000s a month from it. So that was like the business I was probably most successful in other than YouTube. And I actually don't do that anymore.
I wouldn't do it either, man. You're making more money on YouTube. Keep churning out the videos and, doing the fun Shopify stuff. Like super cool.
Oh yeah, I know. It was also a pain in the butt. Like you would have to deal with just morons, honestly.
Sketchy
Like
people. I'm more on sketchy people and it was probably just very time consuming.
hmm. Yeah, and like I would go to like phone meetups, people wouldn't show up, like my whole day would be ruined. It was a hassle, but I definitely made some money from it. And it
And
was
that's
definitely
it.
less stress overall cuz like after I flipped a phone for the day, I was done.
Yeah, that's true. You've made your profit and that was it. Of course. Yeah, I mean YouTube every day you kind of got to put mindset to your next videos, your next uploads.
Mhm. But that just makes it more passive, I guess. I mean, I'm making money when sometimes I don't do stuff. It's not passive, but in a sense like I can still make money when I'm not
Yeah,
doing.
YouTube is interesting in that point. Like it isn't passive, but is passive. It's a semi-passive business because you still need to continue to make videos. If you stop uploading videos, the income drastically decreases.
Mhm. Yeah, it's weird because like even your old videos will stop. It's weird. Like I've had like even like a week where I haven't uploaded. I've noticed like my old videos that were getting more views slow down. Like it's almost like the algorithm doesn't like that.
It's, yeah, it's so crazy. I heard the sweet spot is 3 videos a week. And again, going back to Graham, he did 3 videos a week for, I think he might still even do that. So I
He
heard
does it. Yeah.
that's the sweet spot for the algorithm.
I know I got to get to that point. I can't do 3 videos a week right now. I got my videos are challenges, so they take a while. I try to do two, and that's hard.
Yeah, definitely tough, man. But keep grinding. You'll definitely figure out the sweet spot for sure. But what motivates you to work on your business? I think we kind of were talking a little bit about that, but what exactly motivates you? And I'm gonna make it a little harder. It can't be money.
Shit, dude.
I think that's probably what motivates you, though.
Dude, I love seeing that money. Like it's a good feeling. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like there's people like, oh, I don't care about the money. Like I obviously care about the money. Like it's a great feeling when you make money. Like I love it. But I guess what
All right. I
motivates
mean, that can be your motivation, man. But I've heard through the podcast that obviously you really like the money, so I figured that's what motivated you.
no, it's not just that. I really do like making the videos. Like I like thinking of like how I can make them entertaining. Like what I've had fun with recently is making those like skits in the videos. And I just like editing certain stuff. Like I don't always have fun editing, but I guess just being creative with it. I like just almost making it like a show or a movie. Like I want to get to that point of quality with my videos, and I just have fun doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be sweet, but that's awesome. That's awesome. Money and creativeness. And I think, applying ourselves and being creative is definitely a cool thing.
Of course, dude. I have a lot of fun doing what I do. Like the money's good, and just making videos, and hopefully I can get to like 10K a month soon.
Yeah. Then you can do anything else, man. You can buy rental properties. I mean, I think you give away where you live potentially, but you live in Wisconsin. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
there's real estate is cheap there. I could be being rude though, and maybe it's
No, it
expensive.
is. It is cheap
I
actually.
live in New York. Everything is cheap compared to New York, so I could just say
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I think the average home price in Wisconsin, I'm not like super sure. I think it's like under 200,000. Like I'm not that I
Wow.
might be wrong. I might be wrong.
Yeah, sure, but let's say it is 200,000. Let's without your getting some PMI on a house, you need $40,000 to put a down payment on a house. I don't know if that's in
Mhm.
your plans, but
Yeah, it
definitely
is.
good. So then definitely try to put that in your plans for either 2020 or 2021. Those are like the appreciation on a house is just crazy. And a real estate investment, I think, is just one of the best investments because you get a 30-year loan on a piece of equity that just appreciates over those 30 years.
What I love about real estate too, it's similar to Instagram pages. Like you can monetize it in so many different ways. Like you can rent out a house, you can like flip it, you can sell it. You get like so many different ways you make money from it, like the appreciation of the property, you renting it out, the just like the equity you get. Like there's so many different ways you can make money from a real estate property. I kind of like it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely very cool. Can't wait for those real estate videos coming in the next year or so from your channel.
Hopefully, man.
Definitely, definitely. What makes you take on and accomplish uncomfortable tasks?
I mean,
I don't know if editing your videos or anything is
dude, it
uncomfortable.
is.
Okay.
Sometimes I get so bored. Like I don't like every part of the process when I'm making a video. Like especially sometimes with the dropshipping videos. For some reason, like those are like the most brutal for me to edit. Like I don't know why. Maybe it's just more informational and less like fun. Like I guess it's just like there's more information in them instead of like me like being funny or like doing that kind of stuff. But those are tough to edit for me. And I guess you just gotta push through it because I know like people are gonna like it. It's gonna do well on my channel, and once it's done, I'm gonna be happy it's done. And if I don't edit it, I'm gonna regret it later. And that's kind of the thought process I have.
Yeah, push through it. I love it. That's awesome. That's all you can do, I think. Obviously, if you want to get to that next level or that next accomplishment, you do have to push through it. What makes you take on and accomplish? Okay, I said that. Where do you see yourself? Oh, this was the question that I was kind of talking about before. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? And where do you see the internet in the next 10 years? And you can talk about YouTube if you want, but internet and yourself, 10 years, where do you see it?
10 years. So how old will I'll be 27 in 10 years. Definitely in 10 years. I don't know, dude. I don't know. The internet in 10 years, I feel like it's definitely going to be like way more regulated because it's definitely moving in that way. Like you can tell, like
Wow. Yeah.
10 years ago, like you could do anything on YouTube. And now you can't even say like a swear word without like getting demonetized or getting that little yellow icon. So, like, I feel like it's going to be way more censored. There's going to be way more laws, and it's going to be harder to monetize your channel almost in a sense. Like, it's going to be hard to sell courses. Like, it's going to be regulated. You know what I mean?
Wow. I love that. I mean, I love that point. I never would have thought about regulation, but 100%. Definitely.
Yeah, it's still so new. I feel like it's definitely going to be more regulated going forward. And myself in 10 years, hopefully I'll still be making videos. Hopefully at that point, I'll have like over 1 million subscribers. Like if I can stay like making videos and like I still have traction in 10 years, like I think I'll be over 1 million. I definitely feel like I
Absolutely.
would be. But I mean, anything can happen in that time. So we'll see. I feel like I'll definitely be doing YouTube definitely in 10 years from now. And
Side
hopefully
hustles? Do any side hustles? Or, other businesses along with YouTube?
real
I
estate,
think yeah, real estate, nice.
rental properties, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, cool. All right, very awesome, man. I mean, it's always interesting and daunting to look 10 years down the road. It's definitely far away, yet pretty
Yeah.
close. How powerful do you believe your mindset is on your success in business or even on YouTube?
um, I think I have a pretty good mindset. I mean, I always know that if I put in the work, I could succeed. Like I think I know how to do something. Like I believe that I know how to like make a video that's going to do really well on my channel. Like I don't think, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. Like I feel like I'm always able to figure something out, and I feel like having at least a degree of confidence in yourself works pretty well. And I don't
Yeah.
have a lot of moments where I'm like, even if I try, like it's not going to work out. Like I feel like once I started seeing some success on YouTube, my confidence went up, and same goes for other businesses as well. Like I realized that I can figure stuff out, even if it takes a couple months. I will see success eventually if I really want to.
Yeah. Honestly, man, you're super smart and you're definitely way ahead of people in your age demographic. Do you feel like you're like older than you are?
Um, Honestly, yes, in a sense, because like I talk to a lot of like other people who are like in their 20s. And the funny thing is, like, I don't realize how much older they are than me usually. Like, it's weird. Like, I feel like we're like the same age, and then I forget that like I'm so much younger than them.
There's a
I'm sure they
7 age
realize it though.
difference between us, but you can hold up a conversation, which is like not to say 17-year-olds. I'm not saying 17-year-olds are dumb. Obviously, you have some intelligence. You do have intelligence, but you're definitely. I feel like you're way ahead, man. Like the way you just answered that, it's very true, man. You're
Oh, thank
very
you.
confident in yourself. You just understand the way your mind works. So it's very awesome.
Oh, thank you.
No problem, man. Keep it up.
How about you?
What is
What is your
what was it?
mindset? How does your mindset help you in business?
I think mindset is the only thing we have. Our perception of life is our reality. Your perception of, your YouTube is, what you're going to get out of it. And I expect you to kind of answer in just a fashionable sense, like, oh, yeah, I try to do the best I can with it. But you kind of answered like, yeah, my mindset is strong. I'm confident about it. The more views I get, the better I want to do, the more confident I get. But
Hmm.
for me, my mindset is everything. I truly believe in law of attraction and things like that. I meditate daily, and I just think that if you have a terrible mindset, you're going to have a terrible output in life. We're basically like a
Hmm.
computer. Like whatever you put into yourself, that's what's going to come out. So if you're confident and you expect the best out of your life, you're going to get the best, and that's pretty made me pretty successful thus far. What
Yeah.
I will say to you is definitely set. You have very high goals, so I can't even say that, but I think I set low goals and low ambitions for myself, and I've hit them. So then it kind of is like, okay, what do I do next now? Like,
I used
I'm
to
in
do
an in
that
between.
I used to do that so much. Like I would set a goal. Like I set a goal last year to hit 2,000 subscribers. Like that's a stupid goal. Like I feel like you want to
Yeah,
set a goal that
well,
you're like maybe gonna achieve. Like that's why I say I want to hit 100K by the end of this year. Like
I think you're gonna do that, man.
hopefully, man.
Definitely, definitely. Can't wait to see it. Um, what's the biggest struggle you face as a business owner and YouTuber?
The biggest struggle, there was definitely a time period where I was like, it was like a transition. Like I had like done, I was flipping way less phones, I was making way less money, and I was putting more effort into YouTube. And at that time, I was probably only making like $100 to $200 a month from it. And it was definitely a tough transition because I was making way less money. I kind of felt like I was wasting my time. And I always thought, like, what if I never like picked up? Like, what if my channel never started getting more views? I'm kind of like wasting my time. Like I could be flipping phones right now and that stuff. So there was definitely like a transition period, and that was a tough time. And then also, I don't really know what else. Learning new businesses too. That it's tough when you're learning new businesses because you see other people that are doing so well with it and you feel you're doing the exact same thing as them, but you're making way less money.
Definitely, and I think that is so demotivating with like the drop shippers. They're like, "Yeah, we make 25 grand a month," and then someone starts a drop shipping business, and maybe they get one sale, but they're like, "Wow, this just didn't turn out how I thought it was going to be."
Yeah, I have to say drop shipping, the people who make videos on it, they suck at teaching. Like literally. Like I'm not that good at it, but like I can teach people how to make a couple $100 a month with it because I can make a couple $100 a month. But the people who make a ton of money with it just suck at teaching people. Like it's weird. Like they don't teach
Yeah,
anything. It's weird.
and it goes to the point. And I think I wanted to say this before is like if you there becomes a point where kind of with vending, it's not like I'm giving away every single thing because it is kind of my main business. And that's similar to these drop shippers where like these are kind of their businesses. So that's why they sell a course, because then when they give it to those certain people, they're not giving away their entire business model yet again, but they're also getting people to pay. So it takes out those people that just want to see your information, take your secrets, and that's pretty
Yeah.
much it. But I think there's a point where you got to kind of keep your secrets to yourself with certain things.
Oh, of course.
Obviously you maybe have certain things with your YouTube, the way you get views, not necessarily that they're secrets, but the way you tag things or something like those might be things that you want to keep to yourself that, you don't want to give other people because then they'll copy you and, you'll be kind of left behind a little bit.
Yeah, I think YouTube's not too big of a competition,
No,
especially if
no.
you don't make the same exact content as someone else. Like if you have like the same content that I guess you're kind of competing, but it's like so there's so many creators at this point. Like I don't think it's really a competition almost. It's weird, you know?
No, yeah, I think you're right on that. YouTube is definitely different, and I think it's awesome that that's kind of your main income right now, man. And I hope it continues to grow because I think YouTube income overall is like a pretty sustainable. It's just like a very cool income. It's not like any other business model out there. So
Yeah, man, it's definitely a cool way of making money. That's for sure. That's for sure. I kind of look up to like Reyes. Like he literally can just make a video about whatever he wants. Like his weird like businesses that he does and like the weird businesses
yeah,
he follows seems to be working for him. And it's just kind of funny. Like I kind of like look up to him and how what he does.
yeah,
'Cause he makes
absolutely,
like
and
15, 20 grand a month from it. What he does.
which is crazy that he's still making that, man. Because honestly, I haven't been watching his videos. I didn't like his kind of his transition to what he's doing now,
Hmm.
but I still love Reyes. He's funny. I watch some of his videos, but I can't watch his videos in entirety, to be honest. So
Really?
that's just me. Yeah, that's just me
The
though. I shouldn't
jokes?
say that. Sorry, Reyes. I'm gonna invite him on this channel soon too.
He doesn't
But it's
care.
hard. No, no,
Obviously it's
no.
not for everyone. Like I mean,
No.
obviously not everyone likes everyone's content.
Yeah, for sure. But let's move along. I'm gonna probably take an extra 10 minutes of your time here, but a couple more questions. Tell me a joke.
Tell you a joke. All right, so I got a joke for you. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Why do people tell all actors to break a leg?
um, isn't it a good luck thing?
Because every play has a cast.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good.
I'm gonna be honest, I just looked up jokes on Google and I was like, you know what, that's a funny
Everyone,
one.
I think that's what everyone did except for Jaime. His joke was funny with like
The
Kim
Kim
Jong
Jong
Un.
Un.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had me dying with that one because it was relatable to the vending.
Hmm. He seems to really like vending. It's I'm surprised like he was gonna move into like entertainment videos, but he just likes doing the vending, I guess.
he's 50-50, which is so cool. Like his videos are super entertaining, and at the same time, he does vending.
Hmm. Yeah, he has a good balance. That's for sure.
He definitely does. Definitely does. Have you ever failed in business before? And I would take the vending out of that. I would think.
Yeah, I don't think vending was a failure because I didn't really
No.
exactly lose money with it. I just decided it wasn't for me. But yes, I have. Like I've paid $300 for a cell phone repair course and then lost all the money. Like
Oh
not
wow.
lost all the money, but I bought all the equipment. I paid like $300 for a cell phone repair course because I wanted to expand like my iPhone business. And it was just so hard to get clients. Like, I don't know why. Plus, I sucked at fixing phones. Like, I bought like a $170 cracked iPhone 7 Plus that I was going to resell for 300. So I would have made $130 profit if I would have just sold it cracked, but I decided to try and fix it and I broke it completely.
Wow.
I'm
I mean,
dumb.
I don't know if I ever told you, man. I used to fix phones too, which it brings me back because this is like years ago, but I would fix phones when I think I was 14, 15, 16, and then I stopped. And then pretty much 18, 19, I continued to fix phones when I was in college. But like that was one of my first businesses, and I totally forgot that. I don't know if I ever told you that.
Yeah, I think you did. I think you did. You said you were making like a
Yeah.
$1,000 a month at the time. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Back then, it was easier to fix phones, though. Nowadays,
Oh
there's just
man, I would never want to fix one of these phones nowadays, man. Like the phones back then, like I think it was like the iPhone 4s, the iPhone 5s,
yeah.
like those were so easy to do. It was a 30-minute repair. And now it's like, nah,
You have
I'm
those
not dealing with the
sensors and the
glue.
cables and the glue. Yeah.
Yeah, the glue, it's just too much, too much. But very cool. Good to know. And moving along, what is your big dream? What's your end goal? We've kind of discussed it a little bit, but what's your big dream?
Um, buy a Lambo cash. I don't know.
All
Definitely
right,
one
bro.
dream. I want to get like some cool cars, flex on everyone. No, I'm just kidding. That's like, yeah, probably. It's like I just want to have a
Yeah,
lot of money.
yeah.
Honestly,
I mean, it
be
the
famous.
only
I don't
people.
know.
Yeah, I think that's cool. All right, be
I don't know.
famous,
Like,
have a lot of money, buy a car in cash. I mean, you. This podcast is for two reasons. One, it's for you to learn more about yourself, which you know so much about yourself and what you're doing, which is awesome. And two, it's for other people to learn more about themselves and kind of apply these things to themselves. But like, you
yeah.
should know what you want to do and what your end goal is. It's hard at 17, man. I'm not going to say you'll have your whole life crystal clear written on paper, but like at least have a direction, like over the next 5, 10 years, what you want to do or where you see yourself. It gives
It's a good point.
some course. It gives a map. It's your map.
What about you? Like, what's your end goal?
Um, Essentially I want to retire at 42, 43. I think that's a reasonable age. It's a little ahead of the curve of what most people do. And I want to travel, man. I want to travel, write, and basically, like talk. I want to travel, write, and talk. And I think those all kind of go together is if I can, have success in vending or have success in other ventures as well and have success on YouTube as well with my books and selling more books and getting published. I've never actually been officially published. I want to be officially published by, like a publishing house. If I can do that, then I can travel and I can see other places and I can talk to people about cool things and, kind of give speeches on different things, whether it be life advice or
Hmm.
teaching people how to set goals or, figure their life out. But yeah, when I was younger, it used to be, when I was like 21, 22, just coming out of college, I would go back to my high school often and kind of just talk to the high school kids and say like, yeah, like try to put them on a path to start a business. Cause I think high school doesn't teach you anything about business or school or doing your taxes or anything.
Oh
And I
yeah,
just think like it would be cool to go back. And I know people do it already, but the thing is like obviously there's never enough people doing it. If you're unique enough, then obviously you can stand out and still do that. So that's my end goal. Travel as much as possible, write as much as possible, and talk to as many people as possible. Impact 1 billion people. That's always been my thing. It was 100,000 people, and I thought that was
you
too
did
small
that.
because I think I've already done that. So I want to go to 1 billion now.
It's a good point. Yeah. I mean, I guess another goal of mine is just to have like I want to buy enough rental properties to where like I can make enough money to just live off of it, but I don't think I'd ever really retire. Like I don't know. But that's me right
No,
now,
yeah,
obviously. I don't think
think
about that yet.
like John Rockefeller. I think that's what it is. He lived till he was 96 years old. the guy worked until I think he worked till he was like 94, 95, and then he actually got very ill. But like these really rich and successful people do not retire because they genuinely love what they do. The most people that retire off of making money, it's because they only did it for the money, and then you retire because it's not sustainable over a long period of time. But most people, they work and until they get older, until they get bored. Like you could think like Bill Gates, like he kind of switched transitions. He's not the CEO of Microsoft. He's still the chairman of Microsoft, I believe.
Oh,
I
really?
could be wrong. I could be wrong there, but
Hmm.
he still does have some control of Microsoft. I could be wrong though. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. You just, got to chug along and you'll figure it out. You're so young, man. You're very set up right now. Keep making the videos, keep having the success, saving as much money as possible, and it's just going to compound for you. If you think about it, if you just keep saving the 20% until you're 40
Oh,
years old,
yeah.
you're going to already have a couple $1,000,000.
Hopefully, man. That'll be a good feeling.
Definitely, man.
Then I'll buy the
Definitely.
Lambo cash.
Lambo Cash. You heard it here first.
That's how I can
Um,
make some good dropshipping content. I need that Lambo.
yeah, just like I see you doing like a funny video, like faking a screenshot, like 230,000, and then you just pulling out 230 cash, and it actually comes from YouTube, and then you just buy a Lambo Cash and say, "I made it, guys! I did my drop shipping business." Blah, blah, blah. I don't know, but super awesome. And yeah, I mean, we're on our last question here, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. We went over just a little bit, which sucks because then I have to chop it up and try to fit it on IGTV. But
Oh,
I
shit.
think
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this one a little different. So I think I have a little idea for how I can make this work. But what's really holding you back from your big goals and dreams happening in the next 6 months to a year? I think some of your goals you are trying to accomplish in the next 6 months to a year, but your big goals, I guess buying the Lambo, what's holding you back from getting it in the next year?
So other than buying a Lambo, like I don't have any big goals for the next 6 months to a year. Like, well, I know I have only goals for the next 6 months to a year. Like I don't really think much further than that. Honestly, it's probably a bad thing. But
No, it's a good thing in a point, but continue.
yeah, honestly, I think it's just, there's only so much you can grow in 6 months to a year. I don't think I could make 200 grand to buy a Lambo. Actually, no, I'd probably want to have like $1 million before I did that. So I don't think I could do that in the next 6 months, but for now, like I just want to make as much money as possible by just putting out the best content that no one else is doing. I almost have like a Mr. Beast philosophy when it comes to YouTube. Like you want like not that extreme, but like I want to make content that like no one else is doing almost eventually. And I want to like take it to a whole nother level. So like people will almost want to watch me just based on the content alone. Like they're gonna see the titles, the thumbnails, the content themselves, and it's just gonna speak for itself. So that's my goal with YouTube. And I think in the next 6 months to a year, I could definitely hit that like 100K.
Yeah, the question doesn't kind of fit because obviously it does
Yeah.
seem like we'll hit that 100K goal. And back to your point with the not having goals beyond the year, it's good to a point, man, because like it kind of grounds you in yourself and it kind of puts you with your head down, like, okay, over the next year, I'm going to accomplish these goals and think about when you do hit those, then you'll be like, okay, wow, now I can plan the next year and be set. With me, I kind of did write out my life and kind of think like over the next 10 years, here's what I'm going to be doing. And it's
Hmm.
really cool to look back because basically when I was pretty much your age or 18, I started to kind of think like, all right, what am I going to be doing over the next 5 years, 10 years? And it's interesting because I've been in this weird in between period where I'm like, wow, I'm like pretty much doing exactly what I set out to do. I'm pretty happy relatively. I wish it was a little more passive with some things. But it's just interesting that you kind of, when you write your goals down, you kind of build into that lifestyle. So on the contrary, and I digress from that, is if you don't build into that and over the next year, let's say you hit 200,000 subscribers, you're well beyond what you thought for the year. And then that next year, you're going to say 500,000, and it sets you up for more leaps, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So,
I just I definitely will think further out soon. I just haven't yet. I only set like, what do
yeah,
I want to do
keep
for the
making your
year?
videos, man. Yeah, I completely love your strategy with that, and I didn't know that was Mr. Beast's strategy. He definitely targets your age demographic. I can't stand his content.
Bro,
Um,
he's gotten worse. Like it's harder to watch him. Like you can
yeah,
tell he tries to target like younger kids. Like it's
young
weird. Like
kid.
he says some cringy stuff now. It's like I don't know. But his videos themselves are cool.
Yeah, his videos and his idea of what he does is just like audacious things. But I think you're gonna get there, man. I love talking to you. It's super cool. You're very, very mature, very ahead, very smart. And honestly, I spoke to you. I don't know when that video we did together in terms of your iPhone stuff, but like you definitely have grown like crazy amounts, and it's just awesome to see that
Thank you.
progress. To think about it, I don't know, not even like I am older, but I kind of sound like a dad right now. But it's really awesome, man. And I hope you continue to have much success on YouTube and everything else that you do.
Appreciate that. Thank you, man. Yeah.
No
I
problem at
mean,
all.
yeah, lots changed in the past year, honestly. It's crazy.
I think everything changed for you, man. Definitely
Yeah,
everything changed. But that's what you wanted to do, man. You wanted to be on YouTube and you kind of, got what you asked for. So now it just has to continue to build and grow.
for
So,
sure.
but that was essentially the last question. We kind of wrapped it up there. We're just 10 minutes over, but basically just closing dialogue. I really appreciate you being on here. I appreciate your time very much. Will Nazarchesh, I can't say it.
Nazarkevich.
Nazarkevich, Financial Wolf, more so. We call him the Financial Wolf because he's a financial beast. Go check out his YouTube channel. Check him out on Instagram at the Financial Wolf. Thank you so much for listening as well. Will, I haven't mentioned this in the other podcast, but everyone that comes on my podcast gets a free Vended Thoughts t-shirt. So after, I'll get your address and I will ship you a t-shirt. That's just something that I've been doing with every guest that I have on.
Oh, thank you. I will rep it in the vids. Hopefully you get some promotion.
That will be cool, man. I really appreciate it. And yeah, anything you want to say, anything you want to close it out, now is the time.
No, guys, nothing really, but I would say if you want to start a business, be patient with it, keep working towards it. If you're interested in that business, just learn as much as possible, and I promise you, like eventually you will succeed with it. So just keep working at it every day.
I love that, man. Super awesome closing remarks. Thank you for coming on here, Will. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, man.